Hi everyone, I'm Catherine from Peace Etc. and I guide people who grew up in mentally and emotionally unstable homes to become safe and secure in themselves and improve their self-esteem and self-worth in a way that lasts through inner child healing. So I've been opening up more about my story, my experience, and my own inner child healing journey. And it came to a point where I just felt the call to talk about my mom and my relationship with my mom. This is something that is totally out of my comfort zone. It makes me feel very vulnerable, but the time has come and I am pushing myself beyond what I normally do. I felt ashamed to make this video for a long time because I thought, what kind of person has a hard time admitting in front of a camera that they love their mom very deeply? I mean, okay, wait, no. For me to say that, it's not a problem, but I had a very hard time telling other people that I really love my mom very deeply. And I felt ashamed to admit that in front of the camera. But that is just part of my past and what part of my journey until this point. And I felt okay to talk about it now. Sorry, I'm just itchy, kind of fidgety. So yeah, for the longest time, I had a hard time admitting how much I loved my mom because I felt and I had kept so much resentment in my system, in my body, in my heart for the ways I wished she was, but she wasn't. It's really through going through the inner child healing journey myself, self-discovery, revisiting old wounds, and also revisiting the good and the bad, that I learned to open up my heart to her again. Because I didn't know this until I really took myself to the depth of inner child healing, but I felt rejected from her or by her most of my life. And like she didn't love me for who I was, which wasn't true, but that's just the way I perceived our dynamic, our relationship, and that's the way that I perceived her. Because I felt so rejected, constantly trying to win her approval, make her love me, that did build resentment, and that made me close my heart to her. No one wants to be rejected by their own mothers, right? And even when the rejection wasn't real, it just felt very real. There are things that happened that made my child self believe that, oh, she's rejecting you. And that just stayed with me. That feeling, that sensation, bodily sensations and feelings and thoughts and emotions stayed with me for a very long time. Now, those feelings can still be stirred up, but because of all the work that I've done, really sitting with the uncomfortable and also learning to accept my mom, unconditionally love her, see her for her, while also doing the same for myself, learning to see myself clearly, unconditionally love me and accept me, myself. Because of all that, I learned to slowly but surely release these resentments and rewire my heart and my brain, my mind, to see clearly that I wasn't rejected, even though it felt like rejection, that I wasn't rejected. Bring more love into our dynamic. And as a child, before all the pain and the wounding, I loved my mom so much, so deeply, like nobody else. And it's through these wounding that I learned to deny my love for her and to protect myself, close my heart. That became easier. Whenever people would talk about, how much they love their mom or their relationship with their mom, I kind of felt awkward because somewhere in my heart, I knew that I had this deep well of love for her and I love her so much, but our relationship was complicated. And my love towards her was complicated. And I did wish many times and for many years that I could just openly say that. And now I'm at a point, because of all the healing that I've done up to this point and learning, letting go, forgiving, accepting, that I can say openly, I love my mom so deeply. And I can make this video. Unlearning rejection was challenging. A lot of grief, sadness, disappointment came with it. It was easier to just pretend that that didn't exist. And also, it made me question myself, my worth, what kind of child gets rejected by their own mom so much? I didn't want to face that. And at the same time, that belief that I was rejected by her and that she doesn't love me, she doesn't accept me for who I am, was just so ingrained in me and my reality for such a long time that it was easier to keep that rather than to see her in a new light and to see myself as having been accepted by her and unconditionally loved. It was a process and a half. Resentment can really, really cloud you from seeing reality. It can put you further from truth. And to dissolve resentment, to start letting it go, that requires acceptance and kindness and forgiveness and love for you, as well as whoever you feel resentment towards. And really accepting that no one's perfect. Me and my mom. I thought this video is going to be much heavier, to be honest, and that I would feel more guilty saying like I had trouble accepting my love for my mom, how much love I have for my mom. But I really don't feel guilty or shame. And that's really cool. Like, I feel like the more I've unconditionally loved and accepted myself, the more I've learned to open up about my experience, because that's what it is at the end of the day. It's just an experience. The more I've been able to look at my experience eye to eye and accept them and be open about them. I remember the first video I did where I felt so much shame and like guilt and so much resistance to opening up, which was when I came out about how I was codependent. And that took so much courage to make. Oh my God. I was just so concerned about what people would think, if people would see me as like dirty being and like this horrible person. And I think in a way, I felt the same kind of fears and hesitation around making this video as I did with that codependency video. But in creating this right now, it feels good to just speak out about it. I mean, that's like the power of love, I think. There are things, of course, that I didn't like about the way I was treated and what I still don't accept. But I just have so much gratitude for her, the way she was able to love me the best she could in ways that she could. And also it brings me joy to be able to see more love in my life, and to see her clearly and to have these resentments gone. It leaves space open in my heart. It's really not a great feeling to like carry so much anger with you. And I did for many years. And they came out like eruptions from the ages of 25 to 28, I would say. And I'm 29 right now. And that was when I was really going through deep inner child healing work this year as well. But the more love I could bring into my system, into myself, the more I could see my past through the lens of love and accept. So, wow, this is the first of several videos to come regarding my relationship with my mom and what I've learned. I hope that there's something in this video for you. Maybe it's with your mom, maybe it's with your dad, but with a caregiver, maybe it will be a hint for you to start looking at the resentment that you're carrying. Maybe it's a video to give you hope that, hey, maybe you had a challenging relationship with your mom growing up, but, you know, by you bringing more love into yourself, that relationship can experience shifts. You can experience shifts in that dynamic. Not about changing the other person or changing yourself in ways you think you should change in order to experience peace or love with your mom or your dad. But when love comes in, the energy of love comes into a relationship, it has an effect. It has a ripple effect. And it can ripple in ways and make you experience things that you may not have thought was possible. It may open your heart in ways that you didn't think was possible, or make you feel in ways that you didn't think was possible. I didn't think that I would feel like whole body sensations and like whole body sensation, also the spiritual connection to my mom that I experienced as I let go of resentment, and as I opened up and admitted and accepted how much I love her. She's just such a huge part of me. Through both my parents, I feel like I've been able to experience otherworldly love. That just goes beyond what I thought was humanly possible. And I'm getting chills on my legs, so that's a confirmation. Yeah. So this is where I'm gonna leave you with, as I was able to accept how much resentment I had. I was a vengeful bitch. I'm not one to go seek out revenge. No, but I kept a lot of resentment in my system, in my body. But what was I gonna say? Even if you have a lot of shame around maybe how much resentment you keep, or shame around your past, you're the one who can start accepting yourself, letting your past be your past, and choose otherwise. No one's stopping you. And it's totally okay to do that. Yeah. So I hope that there's something in this message for you. If you have any questions about inner child healing, or, letting go of resentment, accepting resentment and letting them go. If you have anything you want to share about your relationship to your caregivers, maybe how you experience shifts in your dynamic, how you brought more love into your relationships, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And I just want to thank you so much for watching my video and being here. And I'm wishing you love and I want to say luck. But yeah, I'm just wishing you good luck on your journey. Self-discovery, empowerment, self-love, and healing. Did I already say that? Not sure. But yeah, thanks for being here, and I'll catch you later.